Rey Mysterio's a tiger.
What is going on, everybody? It's Over the Ropes. I'm Tyler.
I'm Cortland, and I wish you knew how many times we've gone to start this show.
That is King Hater. So,
well, man,
let's start this off by saying, for anybody who watched their Raw review this week, these are all being filmed on the same day. Raw, NXT, and our predictions. So we aren't gross. We don't wear the same clothes for 3 days. Frankly, it'd be like all week. But we got work schedules. We've already talked about this, so we had to record this all in the same days. So if you watch the Raw review, you know our dude here. He needs a nap. He needs I don't know.
I need a Snickers. I need a nap.
He needs a Snickers. He needs some.
I need a massage.
He needs some stuff that I'm not allowed to say on YouTube. I don't know.
I need therapy.
He needs something because our boy, he watched one AEW show and now he's just Dave Meltzer. So we got Dave Meltzer today.
You're saying it in the wrong order. I watched all of this before I watched the AEW. So I watched the AEW show an hour ago.
It is your boy Tyler and Brian Alvarez. That's what we got today. All
right? That's not true at all.
We got NXT.
My dick has been nowhere near Tony Khan's ass, sir.
We got NXT. Tell me, how'd you feel about this show?
Tell me why. Indifferent. I didn't love it and I didn't hate it. It was just kind of there.
This is literally the best NXT show in a month.
You think so?
Absolutely. I was engaged this whole show. Except for one shitty segment that involved the world title.
It was, fair. It was better than Raw for sure. I didn't have nearly as many problems with it. But nothing, really, 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 really gripped me either.
So if you guys don't know, our boy Cortland hated Raw. He hates Evolution. He hates Great American Bash.
No! I love Evolution. That's why I'm so mad. They're not doing shit to promote it.
He hates it. He hates Great American Bash.
The Great American Bash is going to be terrible.
It is not. You're wrong. I only have one gripe about... two gripes, but one real gripe. The Inamura one, I'm not going to win, so it is what it is. He hates NXT. He hates Roxanne Perez, Kairi Sane, Seth Rollins all of a sudden. Seth Rollins' whole group. Which, you know what? I started Raw. Usually we try to switch it up, but I will not let you start this show by putting down the future of this business. So.
Time out.
Huh?
Time out on the field.
What?
Time out on the field.
What?
190-pound man is not the future of NXT.
Dude! Jackson Drake is so skinny. This is the first time I've seen that dude in his wrestling gear, and I literally laughed out loud. What is that?
Oh, wow. Wikipedia actually says he's $170, so I was being generous.
I was being generous. 140 bills. I've seen UFC, alright? That is a flyweight if I have ever seen one. That is a 125-pounder if I've ever seen one, alright? Get the hell out of here. Mighty Mouse was bigger than that dude, okay? So, I will not let Cortland start this show off by trashing the future of this business. Vanity Project. It's one of the best. You know what? I think Brad Baylor should be the one to take the belt off of.
I would get an AEW tattoo.
I couldn't say that this straight. I will say though, out of the three, I think Brad Baylor is going to be the star.
I could see it.
Yeah, if any of them, and he's the youngest too. The kid's 19.
Is he?
I think so.
He's a kiddo.
Yeah, he's a young. So we start off with Ricky Saints gauntlet match. I thought it was great. I thought it was awesome. Ricky Saints just beating down the future of this business. I guarantee you, guarantee you there is a point in the next 5 years that there's an 8-man tag where all 4 of these guys are on the same team.
Can only hope not.
How dare you? So, first off, starts with Ricky.
Oh!
What?
I didn't know Brad Baylor was a New England guy, too. Cool.
I mean, of course he is.
So they both are.
Megastar. Wait, who's both?
Oh my God. I knew Ricky Smokes was from Saugus. Brad Baylor's from Connecticut. Of course he's from Connecticut.
Of course he's from Connecticut. Yeah.
Armpit of England.
So, I watched the Cody Rhodes and Ricky Saints podcast today, and I learned that Ricky Saints has 3 hometowns, according to Ricky Saints. Yeah.
New Orleans,
Houston, and Vegas.
Which
Cody gives him a lot of shit for. The match starts off with Ricky Saints versus Brad Baylor. I'll tell you one thing, these 3 boys know how to bump. They all three of them were bumping their asses off. And then, so Baylor gets beat. Then he goes up against Smoke. I like how after Baylor gets beat with this tornado DDT, they both look at Ego, because Ego's out there in commentary, and he's like telling them in order of how to go. So Ricky Smokes comes in, that atomic drop over the top rope, dude. Ooh. Did you not see that?
over the top rope.
I think it was Ricky Smokes. I think it happened in the commercial break. I saw it.
I fast forward the commercial breaks.
Dude, well, I saw it on Twitter. Dude, he took a gnarly backdrop over that top rope. I think.
Really?
Oh, dude, I was like, oh.
No, I didn't see it.
So then Ricky hits atomic drop, rolls into a pin, gets him out of there.
That was a really nice move.
That was. Ricky was
nice little jackknife.
Ricky was on fire tonight.
Ricky killed it.
Dude, he looked like the star that he is. So Jackson Drake comes in. He actually gets some offense in. I mean, it helps when Ricky Saints also is a twig. You know what I'm saying? But Saints gets his knees up on the Swanton, follows up with the Rochambeau. Bam! 1, 2, 3. Ricky Saints wins and makes the stipulation Falls Count Anywhere, which I'm fine with. But I had seen on Twitter somebody be like, "Hey, loser leaves NXT," and I was hoping it was that, because I think we joked about it all like one of these other weeks. I was like, loser goes to make the
draft basically,
joins Team Seth. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So I thought it was fun. I love Vanity Project. They are so unlikable. And they all just look like you want to punch them in the face. Frankly, I'm shocked that all three of them are from Connecticut, frankly. That's
a really good point.
Thank you. And I'm all about good heels. Like, I don't want... Nothing irritates me more in wrestling than the cool heel. Like...
You can't say that after how much you just kissed Seth Rollins' ass that Raw show. Seth Rollins is the epitome of everything that's wrong with a heel.
No, he's not. He tries to get you to hate him. He doesn't want you to hate him.
If he tried to get you to hate him, he wouldn't let people sing his song or go, what is it when he lets people finish his fucking saying? No, Seth Rollins is the epitome of a bad heel. He's terrible at it. He wants people to love him. If he was a good heel, he would change his music. And that's easy. Stop letting the people chant along.
It's not his choice. Second off, he ripped Rey Mysterio's eye out. Trying to make sure people hated him. Huh?
That was forever ago.
So what? He's a terrible babyface. Every time he's a babyface, they gotta turn him heel because everybody hates him. You're wrong.
It is kind of funny that when they try to make him bad, people cheer him, and when he's good, everyone hates him.
Every single time. 100% of the time. But, like, this is the thing that people don't get. Scott Hall and Kevin Nash drip. Drip aura. You can't hate these men because you can't hate these men. Did you hear that?
Yeah, it was my laptop bag.
Okay. I was like, what the hell? They were cool, not because they were trying to be cool. Because they were cool. You love DX, not because they were trying to get you to love them, because they were hilarious. Alright? So, stop trying to get people to love you. If you're a bad guy, be JBL.
JBL's a great bad guy.
JBL's a great bad guy. Ego, great bad guy.
Seth Rollins, terrible bad guy.
Vanity Project, great bad guys.
That's true. They're super hateable.
Hell yeah.
Very dislikable.
I liked it. Go ahead. Let us
one thing I loved about this match, I love that he had 3 different ways to finish the match.
Yes.
I'm glad he didn't just hit a Rochambeau on everyone. I thought the logic through the matches was great. The one thing I don't love here is I feel like the one in a 1-on-4 situation just picked a no disqualification match, and I don't know that that's the soundest logic.
I know, because they're definitely going to interfere, right?
And so that's my only gripe with this whole situation. I enjoyed the match. I really liked how he beat Ricky Smokes, but the match choice just really, really, really lacks logic in my opinion. But we'll see. We'll see. I too was hoping for a different stip. You were the one who thought of Loser Leaves Town. I was thinking something more like a cage or a I Quit match or something, but I just feel like this sets Ricky up for failure. So we'll see.
It does. It does. You're right about that.
After this, we head to the women's locker room. Sol and Zaya are hyping themselves up for their big weekend. And Laney's in the corner. She interrupts and she asks if they're even going to have anything left by the time Sunday rolls around. She's like, if it wasn't for Zaya spearing you wouldn't even be able to. You wouldn't even be defending your title against Izzy.
Just talking that good shit, dude.
Yeah, she's just a shit stirrer. Kalani interrupts. She's like, you're the last person you should be talking about anyone sticking their nose in other people's business.
Right.
And they have some words, and this leads to a match between the two later in the show. I'm going to let you go first because I have a cherry to put on top of this segment.
I like that NXT does this, where they show like an interaction from the locker room that's like, this is why you're getting this match. Like, It's a creative thing that they really only do on NXT, and I like that. Like, obviously the business of WWE is wrestling, so you can accept that sometimes guys are just thrown in a match because, like, you know what I'm saying? So I like this in the world of NXT, where they're all there learning, they're all, like, there every single day, like, training, that, like, crap like this would happen, and this is why you got this match. So I was into this. Well, that aspect of it. Frankly, I mean, it was a pretty quick segment. I don't have a lot of opinions about any of this. It was just there, and then it wasn't. Like I said, I just like this Laney just talking that good shit every chance she gets. Like, because to me, like, if you're believing in this world and you're buying into this, she is doing everything she can to make sure she is staying in NXT and not on Evolve. Like, she's taking these ass whoopings to make sure she stays in NXT. So, I'm into it. I like that. What do you got? I can see the hater coming out. Go ahead. What you got?
How do I say this? I feel like Kalani just went full Natalya and full Big Show. Has she not been, like, borderline heel for the last, like, 4 or 5 months or whatever it's been? Like, she definitely started babyface, but she, I feel like, has been on the heelish side.
No, she's a heel, yeah.
And this segment screamed babyface. She stood up to the bad guy and stood up for the good guys, and I was just like, and hasn't she been, like, going at it with Sol Ruka and like Zarya anyways. Like I don't know why she stood up for that match. It made no sense to me at all. Like I'm fine with them fighting, but I was like, that's weird for you to take their sides and not take the heel side.
Right.
It just
but here's my counter
didn't make
to
sense.
that. Right? We went to school together, right?
Yep.
We had some real dickheads. Now here's the thing. Everybody does this. I need you guys to understand something. We've talked about how long we've been friends. Fucking ever at this point. And if you ever hear us talk about our time in school together, you're like, oh, you guys like went to like high school together. The way we talk about it? Nope. Do you remember what grades we were actually in school together for?
3.
Nope. You're already wrong. But
Did you get there in second?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. 2.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if we had it.
You either left her. You left in 6th or 7th, but you weren't there for 8th because you weren't there for the
halfway through 6th grade.
I was number 1 on a hit list, and I know you missed that, and that was in 8th grade.
Yeah. Halfway through 6th grade.
Yeah, that checks out.
The way we talk about it, you're like, I'm sorry, you guys were in the 2nd through 6th grade. Because, boy, it felt like we went through some shit together. And we didn't because we were children. But, anyways, say we're in the classroom, right? Let's say there was a particular kid who, I don't know, his name were initials. That was just a prick that nobody liked. And then let's say there was another kid who came into the class that was also a prick that nobody liked. And say the first kid with the initials clapped back at him, right? You wouldn't all of a sudden be like, oh, he's a cool guy. You're just like, yeah, of course they don't like each other. They're assholes. Nobody likes anybody. You know what I'm saying? So, like, to me, her clapping back at whatever her name is,
Laney Reed.
Laney isn't like her being a good guy. Like, just because she's a heel doesn't mean she has to be friends with other heels. Like, she can be like, shut the hell up. You're, like, nobody respects you, and you get into people's business more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like just because this happened, that means, like, oh, or, like, she's a good guy all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? And I just took it as, I'm annoyed with you because what the hell are you doing here? You know, the Bianca, you don't even go here. Like, what are you talking about? You know,
that's a good point.
So that was my perspective of it. So
I'd be interested to see where they go with her.
They better keep her.
But I don't know. It gave me babyface. Also, congrats to her and Carmelo Hayes.
Congratulations.
That was awesome. Yep. They got engaged over the weekend, or I think it was over the weekend. I don't know.
Yep.
But yeah, good for them.
Yep.
All right, on to some more action.
This wasn't action, but it was great.
Oh, my bad. There's another. I'm still up.
Yeah.
My bad. I scrolled too far. We get part 1 of a 2-part video package with Jordynne Grace and Blake Monroe. So as you would expect, Jordynne Grace is in the gym working out. She's like 7 minutes deep in a plank, and I'm just like, you go, girl.
Dude.
And she's wondering where Blake Monroe is.
Yeah.
And naturally, her phone rings while she's planking, and it's Blake Monroe. And she's like, I've got someone who's coming to pick you up. You're going to work out my way instead. And Jordan's apprehensive, but she goes along with it. And she gets in the truck. And when the truck parks, she gets out. She's like, you have got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
And they follow up on this.
Have loved all this Blake Monroe shit. It's so good.
Yep.
Now, the anti-WWE, like, AEW bros are gonna be like, oh, they're just copying Tony Storm. And kind of, right? Like, this is feels a lot of Mariah May, Tony Storm-esque stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm not going to pretend that it's not. But it's still good. And frankly, they're kind of doing the same thing with these two that they're doing with Zarya and Soul to a certain extent. So there is a little, like, you're double dipping here. But I was entertained by it, so...
It was funny. I liked this segment more than the second one. I think the second one was a little cheesy for me, but it was still fine.
I like cheese. I like the cheese. Anyway, so next we get Tavion Heights, Charlie Dempsey. If Tavion wins, he's free from the no quarter catch crew. I like that they did this again, because they did the same thing with Bourne, where they both came out at the same time. Because
yes.
And then, like, yeah, and, like, standing next
same
to each other.
Music. Yep.
Yeah. I like that. That was cool. I mean, this match is awesome. Dempsey, you know, he is what he is. Tavion's awesome. Dempsey at one point rips the mask off and just slaps the ever-living shit
out of Tavion. Lord.
And Tavion flips out. And the match ends up ending with Dempsey having a submission lock, and Ren Sinclair throws in the towel. Wow.
Wasn't that some shit?
Wow. But
I did not see that coming.
But she did it so sincerely. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, so sincerely.
Yep.
I can't wait to see where this goes.
And so I'm intrigued by this, exactly.
Yeah.
See, and there's parts of this show, again, that I really did like. There was many, much fewer holes in this show to pick out. I did like this, because I'm intrigued by it.
I think if NXT had been good really good the last few weeks, I probably would feel the same way. But I think since, for me, NXT has been so bad the last, month.
Yeah, there have been some stinkers.
This felt like a much better show than it had been.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yep.
But yeah, I'm actually excited to see where this story goes now. Because that was not a finish I saw coming.
Yeah, I would agree. You got another one?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Your boys!
Yeah, so backstage we got Hank and Tank. They're like twisting each other's nipples. They're like, I don't know what they're doing. They're doing some weird shit. They get each other hype for this match.
They have a jumper cable on one of theirs and a jumper cable on the others.
Yeah, they're touching it with their tongues and shit. Like, I want to know how these two get each other ready for matches. And, like, Javon Evans walks up and is like, you guys are weird, but, like, I guess we're supposed to be friends, so...
Because we're both baby faces.
Right. Like, unfortunately... Jasper Troy fucking comes out of nowhere and just runs straight into Jasper Evans. Or Javon Evans.
Trains
him. Dude, just flattens him. And just smokes him. The colon jumped in too? Oh no, he says the colon jumped him. Right. Which we actually find more out about later. Yeah. Dude, I could not believe I was not expecting that. I'm like rolling my eyes, and then out of nowhere, you just see Evans get ran into by a Mack truck.
100% Mack truck, yeah.
He took him with him. Like, he splattered him into that garage door. Oh, that was great. I was like, oh, man. He just killed that boy. That dude's 110 pounds. That's another fly. That's a bantamweight because of his height. Like, that's a 135er. Damn. Dude, you're at least 250, 260, 280, and you just smoked a 135er. Holy
Jasper Troy?
Yeah!
They're saying he's $3 bills.
$3 bills. There you go. You are 3 times that dude's weight, and you just creamed him. Oh, yeah. That was awesome. That was the best thing Jasper Troy has done, by
far. And he weren't done, I'll tell you that.
No.
So after this, we get a tag match between the High Rise and Joe Hendry and Mike Santana. Wesley has the rep distracted. Trick Williams tosses Joe Hendry into the steps. Distracts Santana for a bit, but Santana recovers. Gets to spin the block for the win. But no time to celebrate the victory. Trick Williams immediately hits the revolving big boot on Santana. Joe Henry comes back in trying to make the save, but the numbers are too much. And the High Rise beat down the TNA guys.
Yeah, Trick's on commentary through the whole match. Trick took a bad entrance into that ring because, like, there's no way Santana didn't see him get into the ring with the way that Trick came into the ring. I thought this match was... I mean, everybody knows how I love Joe Hendry. But Santana, we haven't talked about it. As much as we've glazed him already, it hasn't been enough glazing. Santana is awesome, dude. He's so good. I love everything about him. I love his style, his music, his matches.
I love his promos.
He's so good. Hendry's awesome. I am... the level of excitement I am for this world title match over the shitbag that we're getting Saturday is night and day. Night and day.
Yeah, that triple threat is going to be unreal.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I'm super intrigued to see it. After this, we get a video package about Yoshiki Inamura. It talks about how he beat Jasper Troy to be the number one contender. And there is a bunch of cameos. We got Io Sky, we got the Great Muta, and then a couple of other superstars from Noah. Basically, just like they've got Yoshiki's back.
I actually like that, like all the cameos and hyping him up and stuff.
When I saw the Great Muta, I was like, damn!
Because it's also like, it's not just Oba versus Inamura. It's Noah trying to get, like, the one-up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so I was into the cameo part of that. Then we get a Dark Stage video package where they admit to being the ones to take out Hank and Tank. They talk about beating down Matt Cardona, and they called him Matt Cardona. Showed them beating him down. Listen, Osiris, this is probably the first time he spoke that I was like, oh, that was good. I like that.
I would agree.
They need to stop giving that Cutter dude the microphone. The one white boy in that group is so bad at the promos. Holy shit, he's so bad. He's awful. But they pretty much just say, hey, we're probably going to take those tag titles. We're going to beat down Matt Cardona and TNA when we want. We're going to beat down Hank and Tank here when we want. And there ain't shit nobody can do about it.
So I missed that. I'm glad you said that because that clears up one of my biggest beefs of this whole show.
Yeah, they admitted to beating down.
I missed it. They admitted that. I caught the Cardona part.
Yeah.
I missed. Okay.
Yeah, they were the ones that beat Hank and Tank down.
Okay. That makes Nico Vance's promo make way more sense. I was like, I was so... Okay, so if you end up with that, I haven't done the math to see who it's going to be. Yeah, I was like, this promo sucks, and I ripped it apart. Well, now I know why.
Yeah, they admitted to beating down Hank and Tank last week.
It's
and essentially it was like, how dumb are you guys that you didn't even consider the fact that we did it? We've been jumping motherfuckers left and right. Like, you stupid? So, then the little part of the show. So Josh Briggs and Inamura head to the ring. As soon as they get in the ring, Oba's music hits. I love his strut. Just coming out there grooving. Inamura says Oba's his biggest challenge. Yeah, no shit. But he's ready. He'll fight to honor those back home. Oba asks if can he lose with honor? He's not, because he's not worthy of taking the title. Briggs takes the mic and gets booed the hell out the building. Bad. They were booing the shit out of this boy. You know what's going to end up happening, right?
He's going to turn on Inamura.
Him and, stupid, they got kicked out of the calling. They're going to come back as a team, as a heel team. Because people just hate both.
Oh, 100%. I do think they're going to be a tag team again.
Yeah, heel tag team. So, Briggs is like, Briggs is like, essentially like, listen, he didn't say this, but the way I took this promo was, I know Inamura can't beat you, so I'm going to do everything I can to make sure he wins this title. I will cheat to help him win, is essentially what he said. And the crowd just booing the shit out of him. Briggs says he's not a man of honor. He's a man of mayhem. He'll do anything to make sure Inamura wins. Oba says it's not Briggs' fight. And he looks at Inamura and he says, he better get out of my face before I break his. And then Brawl ensues. And if you notice, like when they're pulling Oba and Inamura apart, Briggs was like on the floor, like cheesing, like clapping, like just. God, I can't wait for this feud to be over.
Yoshiki dropped Oba, but Oba completely no-sells it and just got right back up. Yeah. I'm not into this at all, and it's kind of harsh on my mellow when it comes to NXT, because normally I love NXT. But we've talked about how weak this men's, heavyweight division is, and it is glaring right now, and I cannot wait for this to end.
Do you think this main event's the show?
You know what's funny? I was just looking for my Great American Bash tab that I have open, and I fucking clicked off of it. It can't. There's no way. There's no reasonable way.
What else is in the main event? The women's tag?
Yeah, maybe.
Going into Evolution?
Yeah, it could.
The contract signing?
Or maybe... Oh... I could see that too.
The only way this can main event if somebody comes out at the end of it. Like somebody new. You know what I'm saying?
That's 100% the only way. I think it'll be the contract signing. I forgot about that.
I hope so. That would probably make the show better.
Yeah. But, yeah. Not good. Not good. Not good. See, it made me yawn. It was that bad.
I agree with that.
So after this, we follow up with a Jordan Grayson, Blake Monroe video package. Basically, Jordan kind of begrudgingly goes along with everything Blake wants. She gets a little makeover, and she's like, well, I don't really look that different. And Blake's like, well, don't you feel a lot better? And pretty much they just kind of bond and talk about how they need to beat Fatal Influence.
So
after this, we get Kalani Jordan.
So this isn't my own thought. I saw this on Twitter. But before this show, I saw this. And frankly, this show kind of convinced me. Blake Monroe's turning on Jordan Grace at some point, right?
Yeah, we talked about this last week a little bit.
Yeah. Like, I kind of was just like, yeah, whatever. Like, that was said. After this show, I said, that's going to be what happens, 100%. So...
I'm nervous for it, but it looks like a possibility.
I can't wait for our predictions because I have so many different opinions from this week. Like, so many.
Really?
Oh, yeah. All kinds of matches changed in my head.
We'll see.
So.
After this, we get Kalani versus Laney Reed. Match is fine. Kalani with an awesome moonsault for the win. From the middle rope, she rotates 180 and moonsaults like a split-legged moonsault off the top. Made RVD proud for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And Kalani Jordan gets the win. After the match, Thea Hale beats down Laney Reed.
Comes out of nowhere again.
Yep, loved it.
Yeah, match was fine. I mean, Laney, she's not great, but she's not terrible. Kalani's awesome.
Love Kalani.
Kalani should have gotten the win. And then Thea Hale comes out of nowhere. Match was fine. It was good. There wasn't much to it. You know what I'm saying? Then Javon Evans is in the trainer room, get checked out. And Jasper Troy fucks him up again. Excuse my language. Beats him down again. Just smokes him.
I love that.
Oh, man. This is the most I've enjoyed Jasper Troy the whole time he's been here. Because, boy, I don't know why I've gotten such a kick out of him whipping Javon Evans' ass, disappointed, was I? Now,
Well, he should. He's legitimately twice his size.
the one thing that pissed me off on this show,
Ooh, let's go.
not this segment, because the segment was really good.
Gotcha.
Except for, give me your opinion. Is Rizzo's doing a fake accent, right? She doesn't actually speak that way, does she?
I don't think she does.
Her voice is so grating. I hate her accent. The three guys don't bother me. Her, the way she talks, pisses me off. And was awful to listen through this segment. But so they all show up. She pretty much is like, what, you guys thought I was going to stay in hiding forever? Like, no, I'm not going to continue to sit back, watch you guys burn this down. Like, I didn't tell you guys why you were coming here, because I knew none of you guys would show up. Pretty much, she says, listen, we're done. We're always going to be done. The trust is broke. It's never going to come back. It's all three of y'all's fault. It is what it is. So you guys got a match next week, or 2 weeks, or whatever it is. Essentially what she says. And then all three of them just start griping like they have been. Again, doesn't sound like I like it. I actually really liked this segment. I thought it was really good. Because they're all just so obnoxious with, like, you know, Stax is like, I outgrew all of you. Like, you guys are just mad because you're trying to hold me down. And Tony's talking about how, like, he can't trust any of them, blah, blah, blah. Luca's talking about how, like, he needs to go out on his own. The Luca part was a little like, what? Where's this coming from? Like, we literally haven't heard that until just now.
He's definitely the third cog in this one.
Right. The one thing that pissed me off is, why is this match not on the Great American Bash?
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's,
What? Like, this card has not great stuff on it, and you're going to leave that off? Like,
well,
I feel like this would be a way better match.
I think this match should be on the card, and I find it wild that's on. Especially, again, as much as I've been laughing at it, did you see the match they announced today? Or last night? On Twitter?
For what show?
Great American Bash? Jasper Troy versus,
see, I got the wiki link pulled up, yeah. So I do have that on here, yeah.
That match should be in a week or two, and this triple threat should be on the pay-per-view.
I would be very okay with that switch.
So, like, to me, that was, like, the one thing. I was like, why is this happening on NXT? This is a pay-per-view match. So that irritated me. But the segment itself I really liked. I thought it was entertaining. Except for Rizzo's voice.
So I just looked it up. She's from Minnesota.
Okay,
so
100% fake accent. Yeah.
It's very likely.
Yeah. And it's awful.
After this, Jasper Troy storms to the ring with a mic in hand. He's like, I am done with Javon Evans. And he's like, put me in this world title match and make it a triple threat. Javon Evans.
After I've jumped him 6 times, now I'm done. The hell you are.
So Javon fights his way through security. He super kicks the big man, hits a big dive, and I'm sitting here thinking, how can security not hold back this dude who's 170 pounds soaking wet?
You're giving these guys too much credit with their weight.
That's true.
The hell
That's
he's
true.
170 pounds.
Maybe.
But yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Annoying, but it's whatever. So after this, we get a culling video package. They welcome Tatum to the group. Nico talks about... So, okay. It still sort of doesn't make sense.
I hate the way Sean Spears looks at Tatum. He looks like a predator. So bad.
He does. He's
such a creep.
He looks like he belongs on that Dateline show.
Every single time.
I can't think of the guy's name. Chris something. Chris Hansen?
Yeah.
So, Nico's like, well, I beat down Hank and Take once, and I plan on doing it again. So that part also made me feel like that was him saying that he was the one that beat them down.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, they're going to regret saying that we attacked them last week. He's like, if it was us, wouldn't they know? And I'm just like, what? So was it you? Was it not you? That's why I was confused.
Right.
But Spears is like, hey, calm down, man, because Nico gets all fired up. And he's like, in due time, the truth will come out. But in the meantime, we're going to reap the benefits of their assumptions. So I'm going to guess that they shot this video package, and maybe originally it was supposed to be before the Dark State promo.
Right.
Because apparently the truth already did come out, and I just missed it. But I don't know. I didn't think that this made any sense.
I thought for Nico it was a pretty decent promo because his promos are usually hot garbage. So for him specifically, I was like, this wasn't bad. I like how they kind of left it off with his creeper like stare into the camera.
Yeah.
I was waiting for him to start licking his lips or something. But it was okay. Again, Sean Spears needs to die. What's his wife's name? Tatum Paxley? Was that it?
What's whose wife's name?
Sean Spears.
Peyton Royce.
Tatum Paxley. Where the hell's that getting Tatum Paxley from?
She's the one in the group with them.
Oh, yeah.
She's the one that they just brought into the group.
Peyton Royce needs to get her man. Because, Jesus Christ. So then we get the Culling versus Hank and Tank. I can't believe I am about to say this. And I am so pissed that NXT got me to the point that I'm about to say this. I was so disappointed the Culling lost.
I was super bummed.
So the match is going. It is what it is. It's a Hank and Tank versus Culling match. Like I don't really know what we're supposed to say here. And effing Sol Ruka and Zarya come out of nowhere. Mind your damn business. Zarya literally picks up Tatum and like carries her off.
Just carries her.
Just straight kidnaps a grown ass woman. Hank and Tank hit a few tag moves and gets the pin on. This whole match was disrespectful. First off, how dare you guys make Sean Spears take this pin? How dare you? Second, why was Sol Ruka and Zarya even there? How many times have we heard Zarya essentially say, hey, if she wants to be friends with these weirdos, that's her problem.
Just let them.
And
then they went down.
And then they continuously stick their nose in their business. Like, the hell are you doing? Get out of here. So this whole segment was wildly disrespectful. Did you have anything to say about this?
I concur. I really wanted the Culling to win, and I thought it was pretty much a certainty. I was really surprised they lost.
Me too. Yeah.
And that was another thing that kind of took the wind out of my sails when it came to the feeling of the show overall. I really wanted them to win. No.
I don't even know if I should speak this into existence. But a certain tag team put out a mysterious message, and people think
Who's that?
It was the 29th of this month, which is a Tuesday. Free agents, which we've already done once before, so I don't know why we're doing it again. The Righteous.
Oh.
So
Dutch and
Vincent.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah, they're free agents.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
If they can bring Elias back, I'm here for it. Or Elijah, whatever he is now.
I wish Kevin Owens was here for when he was on NXT.
Oh my god.
So then we get a video package of Gail Dixon just does not want to have a match. Is just finding every way. And what's the other one's name? What's Regal?
Uriah Connors.
Yeah, Regal. Finley's son there. Uriah Connors is checking his blood pressure, and
he keeps pumping it.
He's like, I can't feel my arm. I can't feel my arm. And
Andre Chase.
Thank you. Andre Chase is like, stop pumping it. Like, dude, he's so over these two kids. He was over these two kids the day he met them. And I get a kick out of it. I love Andre Chase. He's so underrated. You know what? He should get a substitute teacher. Mr. Iguana.
I like. Oh my god.
So, did you see...
Could you imagine?
Did you see the Psycho Clown thing?
Yeah, wrestled his last match or whatever.
It said WWE was his, future or something. We're gonna get some AAA guys.
Man, this is gonna be wild here pretty soon.
Oh, yeah. So
I kind of like that Mr. Iguana as a teacher.
Yeah. So then we got Ava in the ring for the Evolution Summit. She was announcing the NXT participants.
Oh, you're just gonna take my whole segment? Cool.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I apologize.
Ava hits the ring. She announces that 6 women from NXT are going to be in the Women's Battle Royal on Evolution. We got Jada Parker, Lola Vice, Kalani Jordan, Last Legend, Izzy Dame, and Tatum Paxley. What do you think of the 6 names?
I mean, that's who I put in, right?
Jada, for me, the biggest one was if Jada's in there, Kalani's in there, especially because she just won that match. I was happy with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's more than I expected from NXT, but those are the girls I would put in there. So, yeah.
And then
have they said how many people are going to be in this battle royal?
They have not.
Okay.
It's still open ended.
Good.
Ava carries on and she's interrupted, as one could predict, by basically JC comes out and she complains that Ava's not talking about her enough. She's talking about yada.
Okay, I was going to say your mic went out.
Am I good?
Yeah, you're good now.
So JC Jane's just complaining that she's not getting enough respect when it comes to Evolution. They're not talking about her enough. And Jordan Grace comes out and interrupts her again. She's like, look, Evolution isn't about you. It's about the woman who paved the way. And it's about the women who are going to steer this company in the future, like me. And then we get the classic. They just did this a couple weeks ago, but it's one interruption after another, after another, after another. So we get Last Legend, Stephanie Vaquer, who throws some jabs. She's like, Jordan's going to beat you, JC. I'm sorry. And then I'm going to win the Royal Rumble.
Yep.
And then we get Maxine and Natalia, and Maxine's like, we're really going to talk about history and not talk about Natalia? Like, the disrespect.
The boat. Yeah.
The boat.
The boat.
And then Jada gets the mic.
They officially called themselves the Dungeon Dolls. I like that. I like the name.
And then Jada gets a mic, and all of a sudden there's all these women at ringside, and as they probably predict,
appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah, they're just everywhere. Yeah, Julia's just awkwardly behind Jada.
Jada.
Yeah, it was Jada.
Yeah.
And as one, could probably predict, this just turned into an all-out brawl.
You know what I was waiting to see, and it didn't happen. I was bummed out. I was waiting to see that third member of Fatal Influence just run up the stage like she's been doing.
Jasmine just bail as always.
I was waiting for her to bail, and it didn't happen. I was bummed. I was like, oh! But we did get it ending with Izzy Dane and Tatum Paxley holding each other, laughing as they're all and Izzy's looking what are you guys doing? Why are you doing this? She's literally shaking her head what is wrong with you guys? You know what I'm saying? I thought it was a fun way to end the show, Mister. They're not doing anything for Evolution. This whole show was off of Evolution, boy. What are you talking about? Get out of here.
Last 10 minutes, they gave us some love.
So, give us a like, subscribe, follow, hit the little dingy bell, and give us some comments. Tell us what you thought of NXT. Tell us who you want Oba to defend his title against, because there ain't no way in hell that Inamura is winning that match. Don't say Jasper Troy, because I will cuss you out. And yeah, tell us what you think. Tell us what you thought of the show, where you think some of these storylines are going. Tell us what you think of where this Dempsey story is going. That's probably the most interesting thing out of this show when it comes to
And it's up in the air.
Yeah. So, So we will see everybody tomorrow with our prediction show. We're going to do a 3-in-1 show. We're going to predict all 3 shows on one video because it is wrestling weekend. So, and let's face it, Saturday night's main event has 3 matches. So, I'm sure more will be added, but, it is what it is. So, we will see everybody tomorrow for your predictions. Enjoy your wrestling. Peace.